Hello, everybody. My name is Julissa Guajardo, and welcome to my presentation of Learn to Livestream Lectures. Let's see. Okay, so I'm Julissa Guajardo. I use they, them pronouns if y'all are cool with that. And I currently work as a part-time multimedia coordinator for Sci-Fair, creating their promotional graphics and instructional videos for their professional development. I just started this position, so I'm kind of still learning the ropes, what it was at Sci-Fair, but I used to work at LSE Tomball for the past year and 3 months as their video production technician, doing similar things, doing videos, doing graphic designs, and I'll be finishing up my Associates of Applied Science in Video and Post-Production this May, but I've already had an Associate of Arts from LSE Sci-Fair, so I've been in the LSE system for a little while since I graduated, but I've been filmmaking outside of this and learning all of this technical software video stuff because it's one of my passions, and I would love to extend that over to you guys because having a great multimedia is, and especially in your classrooms, will definitely help students, keep them more engaged, keep them interacting. I know I always appreciated it whenever my professors did that. They made it more engaging in that way. But today we are covering OBS, and what OBS is an open broadcasting software. So this is a free open source software. You can find it online under obsproject.com. You just select which operating system you have, whether it be Windows, Macs, or Linux. And what basically it means, open source means that it was created by a community. So a lot of people have helped build it up. And so there is a ton of community resources online. And if you were to ever ask the internet, like, hey, I need help with this in OBS, I'm pretty sure there are people there to help you, guide you through that. So even if I'm not available, you can find help online. But OBS is mainly used to, it's like a screen capturing software. So it's able to record your screen. You're able to connect other devices to it, like cameras, microphones, and basically have a system where you're able to live stream and have different forms of media coming in for it to record. And so it's very popularly used in YouTube and Twitch in order to stream and be able to create. If you have ever watched a Twitch stream, you can see that the creators usually, you can see the creator in a full screen, and then they like click a button, and then the screen switches over to their computer. Well, that's kind of what we'll be learning to do, and that's what they do for live streaming. It's usually for video games, but we can incorporate educational content along with it. And so what OBS is, sorry. OBS, I first saw it being used in my video professor's classroom. He would record his lectures and record his computer screen as he was going through the instructions of how to video edit. And so he would have those lectures readily available for us to watch afterwards. And that really helped me in order to go back and kind of revisit any questions that were asked during it. And it just made it more the lectures more accessible, especially if I happen to not go to class one day. I would know that the lectures are available. And so I knew I wouldn't miss any important information discussed that day. So it really helps the students feel connected to you as well. And it feels like you're providing better communication and be able to support them in a virtual setting. And it just makes it more engaging as well. You're able to add a little bit of your personality into it as well. And it's really super easy and simple, and you're basically editing as you're recording. So it makes it easy to just create content on a whim and have updated information for your students. And at the end of this, hopefully you'll have a new skill that you'll apply not only to your professional, but maybe your personal. You want to start your own little podcast or little stream. And yeah, it's just a pretty good, fun skill to have. It's pretty fun. So usually, I usually do it off of my webcam. I have a video recorded, a test video that I did beforehand to kind of show you the steps of how to set it up. If you have any other devices like a USB mic, a webcam, I would suggest connecting those. That way you have better quality video and audio. You're also able to set up a digital camera that would require more equipment, more time, obviously, but invest as much as you want to, but all you need is the webcam that's on your computer and your computer. That's all you need. So it can be as simple as that, or you can make it as elaborate as you want. But I'll be doing the simple version. Like if you have like no other equipment, like that's a tutorial that I'll be giving today. And so yeah, so I'll present to you a live demo.
Hello once again, LSE Online Summit. I'm sure I'm boring you all, talking your ear off about OBS and all the wonderful things it could do, but I'm also sure you guys are wondering, well, what does it look like? How do I work it? Well, this is also that. This is what it will look like once it's nice and set up. I do have a how-to guide included with this presentation for you guys to go through to just set it up initially, but it'll look like this in no time. I promise you that. But here we have the entire system. You can see this is our initial screen. We have our scenes, which kind of house our sources. As you can see, I clicked here on presentation and it changed source list, and it also changed how this main one looks like. So I'll teach you guys how to handle that. Here in the middle, we have our audio mixer. It lets us know what our audio is looking like, because we need to ensure we're always recording what we are saying as we are lecturing to ensure that it gets recorded. Here we have our scene transitions. You are able to choose how you want your scene transitions to look like. So what that is just how it looks like shifting from one type of screen to the next. So for me, fade, it's nice, easy, clean, and simple. And then we have our controls. You can stream, so if you want to get fancy with it and go onto Twitch or YouTube Live, you can stream from here, but we're just recording just for the simple purpose of recording lectures. And so this hopefully gives us a nice interactive virtual experience. And then also our settings. Very important to note where the recordings are going after you stop recording. If we go under settings, let's visit the output, and under recording path, here it'll let you know where the recordings are being saved to. I suggest hitting browse and creating a whole new folder for you to save these recordings. If you have a separate hard drive so you don't save it onto your computer, taking up all that space, that is also an option for you to do that through the settings. But yeah, to start it off, you'll be starting off with one lonesome scene, not all of these scenes as showcased here. But you'll start off with a singular scene with nothing in the sources. Our sources is our way of telling the software, hey, this is what I want recorded during this scene. So for what I have under presentation, I have our video capture device. As you can see, the red being highlighted there. That just outlines what our video capture device is, which is our webcam. That's what it's recording off of. You are also able to adjust the settings so that it can record off of another digital camera or your phone. But whatever feed it's getting it from, you're able to adjust the sizing of the video, its positioning as well within the screen that you are recording at. Here we have our audio output capture. What that means is that it will be recording whatever audio is being emitted from the computer. So say if you were presenting a lecture and you like to play videos throughout your lecture to kind of really hit the point, you can do that through the audio output capture. You want to make sure you're capturing that audio so that your audience knows what audio is being inspiring, has been inspiring you. Here we have our window capture. If we click on it right here, you can see that our window opens up to a Chrome page, and it'll be my Learn to Live Stream lectures, which I had it closed off. but you can still see that I have the display capture in OBS, so you're still able to see whatever is on my screen anyways, because I have the display capture. So hot tip, don't look through your personal emails whenever you're recording. So here we would say we have our presentation. We can present full screen, and now we are ingrained within the presentation, but also giving the presentation. So we can still have a visual access to our teacher, our professor, but still being engaged with the topic at hand. So that's the whole purpose of our virtual lectures, or how OBS will function as a virtual lecture recorder. So as you can see, I still have the display capture. So if I were to not have the display capture, it would just be a completely black screen because I don't have that Chrome page open until now. So now I have the Chrome page open. You can see the entire page here. I'm gonna minimize it now. No page, but I'll turn on display capture so that you can see that OBS is still here. If I take OBS down, minimize that down, I'm still within the frames, but now it's just displaying whatever is on my monitor. But yeah, that's OBS, sort of the main functions of it. Hopefully it wasn't too confusing, but it has great possibilities to really upgrade the production level of your lectures. I created a lower thirds, which is just like a little tag of what your name is, basically. But here is a lower third, so let's make sure we have that selected. And then we can, I'm moving a lot of stuff here. So let's say we wanted to like brand our lectures. We are able to do that now because we can just ensure that, hey, you're never gonna forget my name. Here it is in nice big bold letters. But yeah, this is my overview presentation of OBS. Hopefully you find it helpful. And if you have any questions, you can ask current me. Bye.
Well, yes, that was it. Or that was, I'll be open to questions now, and I can even show you some, or if people have questions, I can demonstrate the solutions to that. I do have OBS open right now here in my computer. So in case anybody had questions,
Yeah, there's actually 5 questions queued up. I can read them out
nice.
to you if you're ready.
Of course.
The first question we got is, does this software produce captions automatically?
Unfortunately, it does not. If you were to stream, if you wanted to stream, let me see, it provides like a stream key. And so with this key, it'll you're able to use other softwares, or if you want to like put it up on Twitch or YouTube, I believe those two websites will do that for you if you stream directly through them. But OBS by itself would not do captioning. It would have to be done after the recording with other software, unfortunately.
Okay, so the next question is, what are the advantages and disadvantages of this versus Yuja?
Yuja, well, at least I haven't used Yuja as much because I'm about to get started into learning it because it requires it with the job that I have now. But this is more accessible to those who don't have Yuja in that case. This is like a free open source software. So this is meant for a whole community as a whole. So if you're comfortable using Yuja, then I'll then continue doing so. This is just another option in case that doesn't work, or you want to do something else, something a little bit more elaborate to really up your production value, because you're able to set up various sources here. So you can have two cameras essentially. So you can have one camera that kind of looks at you, and maybe you could have like another camera that looks at another thing, and you're able to control that all through here. So yeah, so it's just a different skill to learn for sure than Yuja. It is I think it works very similarly though. I hope that answers the question.
Okay, so the next question is, does this work on Mac?
Yes, I can actually pull up OBS project and I can show you how the website looks like as well, so that you guys know what you guys are getting into if you want to continue. But obsproject.com, hopefully in the handout, it should be also in the PDF handouts that they provided, but we have for Windows, Macs, and even Linux. And so this is the open source software. All of these different types of company uses it. And under the forum, there is a ton of just online community. So there's always questions being asked, there's guides, there's plugins. So you're able to create, these are just helpful in creating more advanced productions, let's say. But there's a bunch of resources here for people to just go down.
Okay, you ready for the next question? Is can you upload to D2L just like Yuja?
It won't be like a native thing. It will, so if we go under settings, here to output and recording, we are able to choose where it records to. So it'll save itself as whatever format video you want. I would suggest an MP4, this one right over here, just because that one is the most, it's like the standardized form for streaming online. So, but here it'll save as a video. So as a video file, you're able to upload that to D2L.
And awesome. The next question is, can you do picture-in-picture with two different monitors?
Yes, so that's kind of my favorite tricks. So right now I'm only showing you one monitor. Let me create another scene for you. So scene 2, 0 sources. Let's do Mac OS screen capture. A fun fact that I learned, if you see the Mac OS screen capture, that will automatically record the output audio that I had mentioned before. So you don't really have to worry about getting that audio output. But here's the settings, here's the properties. Here we are telling it it's a display capture, and under display, I do have two monitors here. I didn't have two monitors in the video because I was doing it at home on my laptop. But here at work, I do have two monitors. So I'm able to select the second monitor over here and select OK. My monitor's too big for the format of the video that it's recording, so I'm able to make it smaller and fit it within. And so now you're able to switch between the two monitors if need be, or you can also kind of have both at the same time. So if there was like two sources, if you wanted something from your browser and then something from your monitor, you could have two. And which other one? I think there was one called, no, browser. But is there another question, I guess?
Oh, sure. Yeah, if you're ready. The next question is, how do you edit in OBS?
OBS, the editing is sort of live. So if we start hitting record, it'll start recording. And so it doesn't have its own innate editing system within it, but as you're recording and you're switching between the scenes, that's the editing that it does. So it's doing it live. So unless there's something really big that you don't want included, or I guess if you make mistakes, but I kind of like the mistakes in some cases because it makes it feel like more human, like if there were like a real life lecture happening. So I mean, just ensure that you have all your notes before you start presenting. That would help as well. But it itself, like you do the editing as you're recording is how it is.
Okay, yeah, the next question is just a clarification. So it says, so is the advantage of OVS versus UJA the live streaming option?
Yeah, you're able to live stream through YouTube and Twitch. So those are separate sources that your students would have to go through. But I like it because I feel like it makes it more dynamic. You're able to mess around more, I think. I also don't have too much experience with YouTube, so I guess I can't speak too much on it.
So the next video, or the next video, the next question is, can you save the video on the Lone Star cloud?
Yeah, so that would be your output. So if you're working off of your work computer and you have access to the network, you just ensure that your recording path is within the network that you're wanting to save it to. Mhm. But I would suggest having your own personal one, like a copy of it on your browser, because sometimes the cloud could go out, you know. Having two copies is always just a safe bet in my industries.
Okay, the next question asks, is there a link available for the guide?
For the guide,
And maybe you're referring to the PDF. There's some people talking about the PDF
yes, I
chat.
submitted a PDF
Yeah, and I
for.
think the PDF is going, we talked about it in chat as well. I think the PDF is being handed out with the recording. Once the recording goes out, I believe it's going to be early next week.
Okay, yeah. So then the handout, it literally has the same steps, like a step-by-step of how to set it up so that way it's ready for you to record a lecture if you want. But it has like pictures, the step-by-step instructions and links to OBS project and its forums and stuff.
Okay, then a couple more. Which stream app would you advise to use?
YouTube would probably be the easiest one. Twitch is more for long form content creators that do video games. I mean, that's that it's impossible to do it or that it hasn't been done doing educational content through there, but I think YouTube would be the easiest one to handle. And you would just be creating a stream key, which let me see. We would want it for YouTube. And here you could connect your YouTube account. So it'll automatically connect and then you're able to provide the link with your account. I don't want to set it up here, but
Right.
I'll see about maybe I can I'm sure the forum has a way to show you guys as well. There's a lot of resources there.
And the last question that I have here is they're just asking for that they didn't get to write down the website for this application because you entered into the chat again.
Oh
Should
yeah,
be easy enough.
it's obsproject.com. So you would just hit that and it will automatically download. And here it provides you its own quick start guide. I think mine is a little bit more in depth to help you get started to how it would be more beneficial for you guys. But there's forums, there's a community Discord, which is just like a group chat where people are apparently pretty active on. So it's basically an internet community helping each other out.
Okay, a new question just came in. Would you host a hands-on practice session if we download it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how that would work or how I would be able to host that. I just started here at Cypher in their professional development department, and I would love to definitely do a workshop of that. So it'll probably be happening if it were in the next fall semester. It would still need to be planned out.
Yeah, well, there's no more questions here in this queue. There is about 20 minutes left of our time. If you have any questions here, you can type them in that QA box and then we'll relay them.
Plus, and window capture will capture any desktop screen. Okay. Wait, I now remember. Okay, so yeah, here's OBS. Sorry, I had it open, but I had it in in my other monitor. I was looking at it through OBS. But here's the website, just in case that what other person was asking. I was clicking through this website, but it opens here. Uh, we have Windows, Mac, Linux. So if we were to do Mac, that's how it would go about. And here's after you download it, it provides you a lot of links to resources, the overview, the forums. This is where you can ask questions and find the community support.
Okay, two more questions just popped up. This one asks, can the videos be saved to the Google Drive?
Yes, so that recording path, it'll like you can just, find a folder that you want to save it to. It'll save it, I think it'll save it natively, like either within your computer or a hard drive or a USB that you have connected if you set the recording path to that. But you're able to then, upload that video file up to the Google Drive.
Okay, and the other one asks, are you aware of any content creators that have good tutorials for us to use after the summit when we are workshopping using OBS for our courses?
Not specifically, but I'm sure a nice little Google search won't hurt. Oh, even Udemy has it. So we have access to Udemy if you have a Lone Star ID. So you could, I suppose you get certified as well. Let's see. Oh, here it is. But yes, we do have it. How fun. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys taking the time to come and listen to me doing this. This is, I think, one of my first times presenting in a big conference like this, or this is the most people I've had in a workshop like this. So I appreciate everybody who was here in attendance, and the questions were great. They were very good questions.
And there was one
Definitely appreciate it.
statement.
Yes.
It says, this session was very helpful. I use ScreenPal, but I pay to have these features that appear to be free with OBS. Thank you for this introduction. I will try it for my next video.
Awesome. Yes. Yes, this will definitely apply more to people who are not within Lone Star, because Lone Star does have UJA, and that seems to work very well for the professors here. But if you happen to not have it, or if you don't like it for some reason, and OBS presents itself as a better option, well, there's options out there, at least to choose from.
If anyone has any last minute questions, there's actually about 15 minutes left, so plenty of time to discuss anything if anything pops up.
I I would have to connect to my YouTube account. But I guess yeah, I guess we have time. Let's try it out. I was worried we wouldn't have time, but why not? Let's do it. Let's see. Let me share my screen again so that y'all see my thought processes as well. All right, here we have it. So we would go under stream. And I'll be using my personal one here. Okay. Give me one moment, actually. Okay, I think okay, so I just logged into my YouTube Gmail account. Let's see. Darn, I feel like I should practice this beforehand. I believe it couldn't connect to my account because this is not the native computer that my account is connected to. So I have to go through all of these like security processes.
If you'd like a little distraction, one more question just came through.
I'll take it.
It says, what are the docs?
The docs.
Yeah, DOCKS docs.
Oh, the docks. So those are like little devices that have buttons on them, and you're able to assign different actions to those buttons. And so if you have like 3 scenes going and you automate those 3 scenes on 3 buttons, you're able to switch between scenes just using the button instead of like having OBS open and going to OBS and choosing the scene. Like there's like a button in front of you that you just click, and that kind of speeds up the process of the lifetime editing. Okay, so here's where we're at. So I couldn't connect my account the recommended way. If you're able to do so, great. I did the stream key, which is the advanced way. So when I hit stream key, this popped up, and I hit get stream key, and it opened up this web browser that is already connected to my account. So it found my account, and you're able to change up your name, how you will appear as your handle. I'll leave it how it is. Or if this could be like Julissa's workshop or something like that. So this would be like my channel where I would be able to be streaming from. And so, yeah, I don't have, I've never really streamed before on YouTube. But you just have to verify that you're an actual person. And I think you should be able to. Let me stop sharing my screen once more, because important information. And it's gonna send me a code to my phone, just verifying. And I guess after they verify, I think they said it still takes like 24 hours. Yeah. So you'll have your own little studio here where you'll be able to live stream. And once you put in your stream key, it will automatically connect to OBS. So you'll get the stream key from the, wait, I'm not showing it. I'm not screen sharing anymore. Here's what it is. So we're still, I just requested access. It still has 24 hours to get to me. They just need to send me like a verification code. So, but it'll have its own little studio here, and it'll provide you a stream key that will connect to OBS. So whatever stream key you get from over here, you connect it into here, and it should connect automatically so that whenever you want to go live on YouTube, it'll be using the information from OBS. And here, if there's chats, I think this is where the chats will pop up. You'll have access to. And there we are. That's how that would look like. And then you can send out the link to the stream to your students, and your students are able to interact in real time with you as you're giving your lecture as well, because they'll be able to type in the chat just how we have here in Zoom. The only thing is that it won't record unless you're recording the screen where the chat is happening. I don't think it'll record the chat. So you'll either have to like reiterate verbally what was said, or, you know, provide another source that has access to the chat.